Oh, here's a game. Ralph 0, 18Q. Okay. And, well, there's a slight handicap here. I have half a point of Comey. Okay, one handicap. That's a little surprising. 18 to 16. But anyway, got a 1 point handicap. So I played a 4-3 point while I was talking. Let's play a 4-4 point. And normally I start with the 4-4 and then play the 4-3. But let's see what black does here. See what we get. He's got a long side here, and I have a long side here. So let's approach over here. He's got just like the low Chinese opening, I guess. This is the low Chinese opening, yeah, this style. Okay, so he pincers this stone. So let's just run out first. And okay, tries to wedge, so let's Atari that stone, and then let's come on the inside here. I had to protect one of these cuts. Choose which one to protect. Then go on this side. So he can maybe try and build out this way. He can maybe live in the corner, but I am going to be doing well over here, it looks like. Yeah, I can play one more stone over here. If he tries to surround, I can still cut these stones off. So these two stones here in the corner are separated. So now I'm actually thinking of just taking that corner with an Atari like this. Should I Atari first on this side? Yeah, I guess it's stronger to Atari there first because he can't cut. I can capture that stone. And this puts this group of 4 stones on Atari here. This group of 3 stones, rather. And I don't think he can save them. Yeah. So he just goes that way. So I got the corner, and he got this wall on the outside. So let's jump out to here. Take space on the side before going to play elsewhere. Okay, like an approach over here. It's a high approach. Let's see. Normally you approach the stone from this side, but it's a situation where it'd already be in a pincer. So I'd rather approach from this side. Maybe with the idea of diving in over here, depending on how he plays. He pincers again. He likes that pincer. Okay, so let's come out in this direction a little bit. As these stones maybe are a bit surrounded, aren't they? Just wanted to look to the outside first and maybe lean on this stone a little bit. So he blocks there. Then what to do here? If I come underneath, he can cut me off by extending there. Block, he cuts. Okay, well, let's keep jumping out then. Also, I want to keep his groups from connecting. Okay. So let's go like that. Make a tiger's mouth there. Now I can jump in on this side too. So he's got a couple of groups here that I'm keeping separated. Let's play one more stone over here to make sure these groups don't connect up. And then, yeah, so he's going to peep there. Not a bad idea. Kind of a funny way of playing here. We've gone into the center before settling the sides or these corners over here. But, well, I've still got these two stones in the corners. It's up to him to approach them if he wants to. Okay, so let's jump in over here. The stone is getting surrounded now. Let's extend. And attached to this stone over here too. While we're at it, we can threaten to connect underneath over to this side. Let's see, he might place a stone here at H15 and try and split me apart that way. Let's Hane here. Yeah, so he connects. Let's Hane into the corner as well. Aha, so he goes for that. That's probably a good move. Let's which one do I want to preserve? Let's preserve in this direction. Give up one of those stones, maybe both. But if he takes both those stones, I will get the corner. So let's take the corner. So let's see, I think I should play at F18 and this group will be alive here. If he cuts at F18, I will, yeah, I will block here. And force him to take there. And let's Atari on this side, over here. So it's Atari on this side, just so I live in the corner successfully. And I wonder about this group. Is these three stones, they can connect up now. But if they don't connect, then this move here will be an Atari. He extends and I catch. So he's got to do something about those three stones, actually. So he does. So let's connect over here. Then let's go this way. So here, this is not an Atari. He cuts here, I connect. I play here, he cuts, I connect. He Ataris this stone. He could Atari from this side, I extend. Atari again, I extend. Yeah, so it looks like he can save those guys. Okay, well, so let's just connect up over here, and I've got I won both of those corners, and he has these kind of loose stones on the outside here, so it's not too impressive. Which way to connect? This way? Yeah, let's connect this way. If he extends here, I will block. He extends in either direction, I capture. If he extends this way, connect here. Tars these stones, I connect here. If he extends, yeah, I think I can connect in that direction. And that stone is not going anywhere. Well, anyway, it's kind of interesting play from black, different, not stereotypical play. Okay, so he goes there. So if I connect over here, I'm going to threaten this group. So if I connect here, then wherever he extends, I will capture. So let's do that connection. And then I'm going to go back to building my corner, or extending, go back to making big moves, because I don't know that he can play another move over here that'll really threaten anything. Yeah, so he just connects up. That makes sense. And I just make sure I don't run out of liberties. This is all connected over here, right? Yeah, let's let's go to this corner. Where's the biggest side? The biggest side, I guess, is this bottom area here. So that's what I should try and build next. So maybe an extension here, an extension there, and a stone in the middle, something like that. So he finally approaches my corner. Actually, normally I do the back off. That's kind of a different move for me. That attach underneath. I don't know if it's really good in this situation, but apparently it's playable. Normally you play that when these stones are further back, like if this was on the 4-3 point. Okay, he wants to give me this territory on the 4th line. I will take it. Okay, so let's just back off here. I think, yeah, so you can try and push through, but I block. That's the point of the knight's move. And then let's see. Let's don't really want him jumping in here. If I go there and he hanes and I block, he can try and jump over the other side, but I guess I would just capture. I think that is okay. Yeah, so that makes sense. He blocks out on this side, so let's jump out from these stones over here. And let's jump out from this side. Just now need to prevent him from getting too much territory in the center. I think, this group is looking out into the center. This group has eyes into the center as well. So if he gets a chunk of territory like that, I guess that's okay. Here, let's Hane this stone. You know, I just realized this group of stones over here doesn't really have much of a base or eyes, so maybe I just want to cut these stones off. Try and cut these stones off from these stones. Let's see if I can do that. Maybe playing in here. I didn't want to allow that cut. So let's push through here. And yeah, I guess I don't have much here. Satari here. If I peep here, there's a way of reducing a lot. I peep here. I'm threatening to cut here and isolate these stones, and so that's pretty dangerous. So he allows that. Let's see. So if I cut here, this group will have 1, 2, 3 liberties, and his group will only have 2 liberties. So I think this should kill these stones over here. I think he had to protect that cut in a more direct fashion. Yeah, so I'm just capturing those stones. So let's take them. So that's another way to reduce his territory. If I can get in that way. I mean, taking the territory that was over here. And taking the stones. So I can let him have the territory in the middle here, if he wants to. If he wants to build something there. Okay, so he's going to try and surround these stones. They're not yet attached, but just one move to attach, and that stone can't cut because whichever way it goes, I can block. I guess the one idea he has here, if he could surround all of this first, and then extend this zone with an Atari, so I don't have time to block, then he could capture this group maybe. Well, I would connect, but he could break out. Well, that's actually very small, isn't it? So I could let him do that. What I should do then is, can I jump out in the center here? He blocks, I block, cuts. No, I can't really do that. Okay, so maybe the most effective way to reduce is to come in from this direction. I need to be a little stronger here before I launch any big jumps up here, I think. He's also, you know, he's still got a 3-3 invasion over here he could try. But maybe reducing this territory in the center is still bigger at this point. Let's see, I've got the 2-space jump over here. As well. And so now I can think of jumping up here. Let's Hane underneath first. And connect. So Hane here. And Hane is back. Okay, so this stone, if he goes on top, or if he Ataris it, I can connect. If he cuts, I can extend. Is that true? The cut is kind of interesting. Because it's, so he cuts, I extend, he extends, and this group is a little bit cut off. So I need to protect that stone, actually. I think. Okay, and then let's block here. And block here. So he did. He expanded his group noticeably there. So I can poke in, create some weaknesses maybe. Look to connect up over here. Okay, so I'm looking pretty secure in this border here. I can poke through over here if I want to cause trouble, I guess. And poke through here, jump out here, out here. So he goes for the Atari. Let's block that. And let's eliminate that cut. How many captures? I have 9 captures. Okay. So if we count points, this is 3 times 19. That's 57 points. Maybe another 10 over there, 67. And then maybe 10 over here, 77. Yeah, I have a fair amount over here, so 87. So, which way do I want to block here? I just extend here. He extends, and then I block. He could try cutting in this direction. I could Atari on top. I think extending is the right answer. Or if he cuts in the other direction, I can go after that stone. So I don't think he can get away with these cuts here. So I can start by playing 1 stone here. But if I just go for the immediate Atari, he extends. I connect. Runs in this direction. Connect, extends, I block. Guess that still works. I guess he could Atari this stone now. Now connect over here. I have to connect this way, actually. Yeah, okay, so let's extend. That was my idea first. Then block. Yeah, so he did it this way. So I win these cutting stones. I think he could have played that better. I think he could have Atari'd over here first and then tried to cut these 3 stones off. Oh, right. I guess he hadn't noticed that. So he passed. Okay, well, we'll just pass here, and then if he wants to just add up the score, he can take that as a way of resigning and see if he accepts the count here. But I think I was ahead on the board. So let's just accept that. I mean, there are these undecided areas, but this is pretty fair representation. I own this area and this area, this area, and he just has the middle. And the middle here just does not add up to enough. How so? Interesting game, how so? From my perspective, it seems you're going to pummel me to the ground. Okay, what was interesting was... that's what I thought was interesting about his play. He was giving up the... I see. Totally the opposite of what I wanted. Well, I still have to learn, I guess. Let's see. Okay, so that was it. There are a few things I wanted to comment on that game, so let's go over it in kind of a brief postmortem. The first thing is, we made this comment in the discussion at the end. I made a comment where I thought he was playing for the center instead of defending the corners, and he said it was the opposite of what he wanted. So I guess I thought I'd look at that and see and explain why I thought he was playing for the center. It was because I have the white pieces here. He set up the low Chinese formation, so it's kind of territory and orientation. But when I approached, he did a pincer. And so this is going to lead to some kind of fight. If he wanted to just defend the corner here, I think a perfectly normal move would be to play something like that. And, it may even be possible to play a move over here or over here to block the corner that way. Although that would allow me to build a wall here and get some influence on the side. So the pincer is a fighting move, and it's often you do give up the corner when you play pincers like that. Although probably he could have defended the corner better. I guess that wedge between the two white stones was not really working. Allowed me to build this group here, which starts to influence the corner pretty heavily. So it gets a little tricky at this point to defend the corner. So yeah, I think he's close to losing it already, although maybe there were still ways to defend. But I thought he was in any case playing more for the outside influence than for the corner. And if we go on to the other side, the same thing happened on the other side. Although over here I think the pincer is more justified because this stone doesn't have a lot of places to run to. So anyway, I just wanted to make that point, so he can kind of harass this stone. But eventually he sealed it off from the outside. That's another reason why I guess I thought he was going for center influence, which forced me to jump into the side of the corner. So rather than defending his corners and sides, he was kind of attacking from the outside, which unless he can kill the group totally, which seems unlikely, then he's going to be giving up something either in the corner or on the side. Okay, the second point I wanted to talk about in this game was this Joseki in the corner. Actually, I played this like a Joseki for a 4-3 point. So that's what I wanted to mention. Yeah, that's probably a reasonable move from black too. Normally after this Joseki, well, first of all, normally this is played where all the white stones are one move further down. So this white stone would be on D3, this one would be on F3, and these two would be on C4 and C5, and black stones would be moved down one as well. When I play it up high like this, there's actually some big defects in here. And so I went and looked this up in a Joseki book afterwards. Well, I looked it up online. And they said actually this is a Joseki, but it's not as good for white as the normal play. So the normal play here from this approach when you have a high stone. So if this were a 4-3 stone and he did a one space approach, then that Joseki I played would be perfectly standard. But in this case, when I have a 4-4 point and he does a one space approach, the normal response is to come over here. And then black, say, comes into the corner, you block, and black backs off. And then you can come out over here or extend in the corner depending on what you have going on in black can extend out in this direction. In general, white gets influence on the side and towards the center, and black gets influence on this side. So that's considered a fair result. So what's wrong with the Joseki I played? The comment was that after this, black connects in some way. You could play the tiger mouth there too. The normal follow-up is F3, and this is needed to really protect the corner. So I played the second move high, and so I got a decent position anyway, but it's all because black never took advantage of the weakness in the corner there. But correct play would indicate that I should play down here, and then black can follow up with a move on this side, and I have a move out on this side, but this point is this stone is lower down and I have less center influence. So compared to the other line where you just come to the this 4, what is that? That's a 6-4 point. Anyway, you come to F4 directly, and you already have some influence, and you still get to defend the corner. So this is considered the better way for white to play it. So anyway, just thought that was interesting. And then there was one last point here. Towards the end, I was commenting that he was attacking this area over here. That's right, it was this move when he played in here. It's a pretty interesting move. I think I still am okay here, but he could have done better. He could have at least captured this stone. So let's see. So I played on top, he extended, and then I played on top again. And my idea is that I want to connect these stones. So he can't cut, I will capture. So he has to play some other move at this point, and I think he chose to play in this direction. And this all works in my favor because this is what I had noticed during the game. This creates a channel that he can't escape. So he extends, I block, and I'm going to capture. And that's what happened in the game. He extended, I blocked, and then he went after this stone, and I captured the whole group. But that group is lost. And he could have done better. At this point, after I play here, he still can't cut here, but he can go after this stone. And now I need to connect because after he captures this stone, maybe I had a move or two, but connecting right away seems the way to play it. I'm threatening to kill this group, so he captures this stone, then I can connect here. So I don't lose a lot of territory, but black holds on to those stones. So if we compare this result to the game result, say he connects there, that's right. Compare that to this result, where these stones are lost. You'll see that I gained a couple of points. So that would have been the most accurate way for black to play there. Anyway, just a few things I wanted to point out. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you later. Bye.